Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. So, Leo, let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, welcome to the 2022-2023 District Membership Seminar. It's kind of mid-year, but it's going to put everybody in a good position for next year, and it'll have opportunities to help you complete your whatever you're doing this year, hopefully help you to meet your goals for this year. The intent of this seminar is when you're done, you'll have the beginnings of a membership plan that addresses the three phases of membership, the attraction, onboarding, engagement kind of project, and retention. So we'll have breakout rooms for each of those three phases, and you'll be able to discuss some of the content that we have and start filling out a form that is your membership plan. John, we'll go over that and show you that later as to how that works. So that's the intent, and hopefully that'll be your first step towards a membership plan and actually working the membership plan. Next slide, Leo. There we go. All right. So today, at the seminar, we have some special guests and people who are going to be presenting content. We have Vicki Pullis, who is an RI director. She's familiar with District 5500. She's actually done membership seminars before. She's now got a promotion. She's traveling all around the world, probably calling us from some hotel room that has a halfway decent internet connection. Anita, we all know Anita. For this year, she's our district governor, and Don Jorgensen, who is district governor-elect, her successor. These three people are going to provide the bookends for this seminar. They'll provide some overview and some general comments about membership and the importance of membership in the district. And then the content will be delivered by Jennifer Duran. Am I saying that right, Jennifer?
Sorry, Bruce, real close. Duroin, like coin.
Duroin, like coin. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jennifer is from Zone 27. We're a part of Zone 26, 27, the Big West, they call it. And Jennifer is the coordinator for Zone 27. John Chase. Jennifer is from Boise, Idaho. John is from Henderson, Nevada. And then I will be presenting also. So the bookends and the content. Next slide, please. Okay, so here's our agenda. We're going to open with, like I said, we're going to open with remarks from Anita, from Vicki and Anita. We're going to take a review of what our growth metrics have looked like in the last few years, kind of set the stage. John will be talking about the club action plan process, which is going over the plan and the metrics for your particular club. And then we'll have a break, and Jennifer Duroin will talk about onboarding new members, and then we'll talk about engaging and existing members, next steps, and then Don will close it out. Each one of these three sections.
Can you give me that? No, it wasn't.
Please go ahead and yes, thank you. Each one of these sections on attraction, onboarding, and engaging will have content, breakout sessions, and then a report out. So while you're in your breakout sessions, you'll have a chance to fill out the applicable section of the membership plan. So hopefully be out of here by noon, maybe sooner, depending on how quickly we move through this. But really, the breakout sessions are important. It gives a chance to talk about ideas, some things that maybe you hadn't thought of, and be able to really think things through. Maybe you haven't had that time this year, and this will be a chance for you to start that process with your club. Here we go. Okay. Vicki, why don't you kick it off with some comments, if you would.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see all of you this morning. It's always a good time to talk about membership, right? I want to thank each one of you for making this investment to learn, to share, and to plan how to help each of our clubs thrive now and into the future. As Bruce said, I serve as Rotary International Director, and while this is a wonderful role in our organization, I completely understand that the real results, the real work, and the real success of Rotary is what each of you do in your Rotary Club, so thank you. I'm here to support and serve you, and all of the other zone and district team members are also here to serve and support you. And this is an invitation not only to get as much as you can from us today, but also to remember that we're available to continue to serve and support you at any time. You know, there's so much that we know about what leads to clubs that are thriving. We know a lot about engaging members and others who come into contact with our clubs. We know a lot about what attracts people to Rotary in the first place and how these connections are initiated. We know a lot about why people leave our clubs too. Let me share just some of this information with you. We know that a good club experience is the most important thing to create satisfaction for our club members. And when we dig down, this means good club meetings, confidence in club leadership, which includes transparency and clear goals, satisfaction with club service and the impact of the club on the community, and members finding friends and connections through the club. We know that engagement is key and that disengaged members have not found friends, connections, or purpose in the club. Other top reasons for leaving the club are that the club doesn't reflect my values or lack of community impact. Why do people say they join Rotary? The biggest attractor is local community service, along with seeking professional and community connections. Why do people stay in Rotary? Friendships is the biggest factor and the biggest shift from why people join. Service, especially community service, also remains a top factor. Now, all of this data and knowledge is interesting, but it doesn't make a difference unless we create meaning and take action. And that's why we're here today. Each club is unique in so many ways. What can we learn from the data that'll help us with the unique situation in the club? How can we include our members in finding the best path forward? Remember that we have incredible flexibility at our fingertips. We're able to leverage new ideas and new ways of doing things that give even better experiences to our members. We're able to adapt and innovate to meet new and changing needs. Success will result from your commitment to creating positive results in your own club, to engage others in the effort, to set a clear path forward, and to stay focused on the plan that you set into place. What does success look like? Well, this may sound a little silly, but I think it looks like love. We start by loving our members, truly appreciating them for who they are, and making sure that every one of our members feels welcome and included. Making sure that every member is engaged in our club in a way that is meaningful and valuable to them. And then let's use that acronym of love with the letters L, O, V, and E as a guide for how we lead. L is for listening to our members. O is being open to new ideas. V is staying true to our values: friendship, integrity, diversity, service, and leadership. And finally, E is leading with energy and enthusiasm. The result, the success, is that our members will love Rotary. And when our members love Rotary, they will share their club with other people that they know and respect. Members who love Rotary will expand our reach to people who don't know about Rotary yet. Love leads to success. Again, I so appreciate each of you being here today, making time on this lovely Saturday morning to talk about your clubs and how we can help them be more successful. And I want to acknowledge District Governor Anita McDonald and District Membership Chair Bruce Monroe for their commitment to bringing these resources and support to each of you. And also to John Chase and Jennifer DeRoyne as part of our zone team. And I'd like to take just a moment and introduce the person who will follow me as Rotary International Director on July 1st. And that's Dan Himmelspach. Dan joins us from the Denver area today. He's a wonderful person. And Dan, I'd like you to have the chance to say a few words if you'd like.
Well, thank you, Vicki, and I won't take much time, but I just want to again thank Bruce and John and Jennifer for putting the effort into putting this together on a Saturday morning. And as everyone knows, you know, we've got a membership issue in North America, particularly. And as Vicki just said, it takes dedication and effort at the club level, and that's what's going to change it. It's what's going to turn it around. And I just want to thank everybody so much for being out on Saturday morning and working on this. And this is what we need to continue to do. So thank you very much. And I'm just here to learn and hear what all you have to say.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Vicki. And now we'll hear from District Governor Anita McDonald.
Well, good morning. Good morning again. And I know, Bruce, you said that I could change the view, but I'm looking at myself, which isn't the first thing I want to see this morning. But if you could take that slide down, I'd appreciate it. And
I did. Is it still showing? I've got you spotlighted.
Well, okay. No, I'm still showing on both at any rate. There. Not that I like now what I see.
Oh, that's even better, Anita.
I can see everyone though this time, and that's great. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, good morning. How fortunate we are to have Vicki join us this morning and to give a greeting. And I really, as I was listening to her, it's pretty hard act to follow in terms of what she has said and what she has shared with us this morning. I absolutely love the love statement that you had, and we're also just delighted, Dan, that it's really an honor for you to join us as well. I don't think people quite understand how busy the two of you are, and to take the time and to come and spend a little time with us this morning. I noticed that you gave me quite a bit of time. I am going to be a good district governor and not take a lot of time. But I guess I want to share with you, I was thinking about my experience as a Rotarian and why I remain a Rotarian. And then as I look across the screen, all of you have been in Rotary for over 3 years and for quite some time. And you probably have your stories as to why you continue to remain. And I think one of the issues that Bruce will point out and that we'll be looking at today is, why is it that some members don't last 3 or more years? And what is it that we might be needing to do a little bit better to engage those individuals? Or what is it that we're missing? And when I joined, yes, I joined for community service. Today, with the technology and the communication that we have, how we tell people about community service, how we invite them to engage with us is so much different. And some of our younger population are being engaged and invited in a very different way. And I think that it would be helpful for us to look at what might we be doing that we could do differently to engage with that population and use the technology as a real engagement tool. I think many of us have looked at it as a mechanism to separate us and, oh, we love being together. But gosh, now we can pull Vicky in and we can pull Dan and we can pull John in. We've got all these individuals that we never would have had at a membership seminar, or maybe we would have, but it's just so much easier for all to participate and to be here because of it. And so I just put those things out to you to think about, those 3-year and under individuals and what we are doing today that we may not have been doing in the past to engage individuals and to make sure they are engaged. I love when I come to the club meetings, I talk about Jennifer's comment about caring and the warmth, and I think the love statement kind of pulls that together as well. You know, are we providing individuals that which is getting at their passion and helping them to feel that they are doing meaningful things that are meaningful for them as well. So I would like to extend my appreciation to Bruce for putting this together as well. And John and Jennifer, it's wonderful to have you with us and look forward to what you will share and what we'll gain from your presence with us today. And I want to thank all of you for being here, because you could have been doing something else on a Saturday morning and could have been having a cup of coffee or meeting with friends, sleeping in, taking a run, whatever. But you are here, and you are here because you care about your clubs and you care about Rotary. And with that, I think we will undoubtedly be successful in what we plan today and what you plan moving forward. So thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to our workshops and doing some things together this morning. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Anita. Appreciate your comments. We will close it out with final words from our district governor-elect, Don Jorgensen.
Thank you, Bruce, and I will be very brief, taking that from Anita, and I never like standing in the way of people in lunch. 4 quick points. Number 1, I want to thank you, Bruce, for putting this together. Tremendous job, tremendous program. I want to thank you, Leo, for doing all the technical work. You made it look easy. And especially want to thank our friends and colleagues and leaders from the zone, Vicky and Dan, Jennifer and John. Everything was valuable. We know how valuable your time is. So this is great. And it's so great just for our members and folks here to understand how connected we all are, from the member in a club all the way up to Rotary International. So thank you for being here. And I said I'm smart because I'm also going to refer back to something Vicky said too. And the point is this, unless the member has a good club experience, nothing else matters. So we start there. And that's the thing to look at first. How are we meeting their needs? And the way I put it, how is Rotary adding value to their life? And we can never forget that, whether they're a member for 5 days, 5 years, or 5 decades. My third point is from Anita and Sue and Bob and I, our role in the district is to support you, to support your club. So any questions, any needs you have, we've got a great membership committee with Bruce and everyone he just mentioned, but we're available to at any time because that's our role. You know, Rotary is about the members. So we're all in this together, and we don't ever want anyone feeling like they're out there alone on the raft. And then finally, I want to close by, I'd ask you to think again about Vicky's acronym there, to listen, to be open, to value the members, and to serve with energy and enthusiasm. So as Vicky says, let's share the love, and thank you all.
Anita likes to kind of chide me a little bit on the fact that I'm an engineer by profession, and I like numbers, because I believe that if you can measure something, you can understand it. And if you understand it, you can improve it. Now, I understand that these are personal relationships and not everybody fits into a neat box, but certainly your solutions can be personal, but the But the reasons certainly can be categorized and counted. So at a very high level, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we did last year. Each of you, this is an aggregation of the district. Each of you have your own situation in your clubs. That's why we had sent you the goal setting worksheet, which gives you your club's particular 5-year average, your club's particular 5-year attrition rate, and helps you to work through what needs to be done for your club to be able to grow. But last year was really a good year for us. It was the first time in 5 years that Rotary District 5500 had growth. And the predominant reason was that we brought in 2 new clubs. We brought in the Tucson Verde Club and the Saurita Club. That brought in a net of 58 members. So we had a very good year last year, and I even though she's not here, I want to recognize Hank Husking and Joyce Finkelstein, who was my predecessor, for the work they did that led up to this good year. We had half our clubs grow last year. A third of them lost, and 17% about stayed the same. And the problem with the 17%, it wasn't that they lost 3 and lost, they got 3 and they lost 3. It was they got 0 and lost 0 because they did not have really any membership activity at all for that year. So we have some work to do, obviously. The 34% almost met. Last year, we brought in 234 and we lost 230. So those 30, that third, the third of the clubs that lost members lost almost as many members as the half of the clubs that did gain members. So the smaller clubs are the clubs that are losing at a bigger rate than the clubs that are growing. So we have some work to do with the clubs. We need to stem the flow of attrition from the clubs that are losing members, in addition to the clubs that are gaining members, because they'd be able to gain even more. Next slide, please. So where are we right now? We've kind of fallen back into where we were the previous years. We are down 20 so far this year. We brought in 107 new members and lost 127 new members. So we're on track as we were the previous years before the good year we had last year. About 36% of our clubs, 18 had grown, and about 40% maintained, and 26% actually lost members. And again, we lost 20, there's 36, that 26% lost more members than the 36% that gained members. So the clubs that are losing at a bigger rate than the clubs that are growing. We have about 50 clubs. We have 51 clubs in the district. Next slide. Just quickly, you can see where we've been. We're down about 110 members over the last 5 years. And you can see in 2021-22, we did grow that 1 year. So we're basically back to the level we were in 2019. We kind of picked up a little bit of time. Had we kept on, we'd be further down. But last year was a good year for us as far as membership. The real chart I really want to show is the one on the right. And if you look at the new members column, we bring in a ton of new members. For every 100 members that we have, we bring in 13, 16, 15, last year, 23%. That is great. What would you like? Would you like a raise of 13%? Would you like your house to go up 13%? Would you like your investments to go up 13%? That's a great number. We know how to bring members in. The numbers on the right, the resigned members, is where the problem really occurs. We bring them in and then they leave quickly. So we bring in 13, we lose 15. So when I first took this job over, that was the first thing that jumped out at me, is that we bring in such a good new number of members, but we just can't keep them. And so we have some work to do on that end. We've all heard the story. For everyone, bring one. We've been told new members, but we really haven't said anything about keeping the new members until recently. And that's really an important way for us to be able to keep, to grow our membership. Okay. So first of all, are there any questions quickly? Are there any questions?
Hey, Bruce,
Yes.
on the resigned members, have you burrowed into that? Is it deaths? Is it the new members resigning? So have you cataloged those resigned members?
Yeah, we will get to that. I'll have some more charts to start off the retention section. But we have that. We have some data on that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay, well then we'll start with John Chase. He's going to talk about the action plan process and basically the logistics of how you're going to form your plan by the time we're done here today.